one thing that is undeniable is that the lights are on, and being on, they reveal a spectrum of experience that which has one end that the worse it gets, the more compelling it is to move away from it.
That's meaning. That's meaning right
yes,
there.
okay, so and all of our meaning talk and value talk relates to navigating in this space. So there's one end of it where things get needlessly horrible without a silver lining, and there's another end where it gets better and better and non-zero sum,
Right.
and all boats are rising with the same tide, and the Israelis and the Palestinians.
That's the landscape of evil and good.
Yeah,
So
okay, so
what do you-
fine.
what do you do-
That's why, so these are compelling ways to talk about this space of navigation.
What do you do when you accept your space of navigation and there's a conflict between well-being for the living population of Earth versus well-being over the maximum populations that could possibly live into the future? When there's a big conflict between how much well-being we are going to feel now versus how much well-being future human beings will get to feel.
Yeah, well, those are legitimate ethical problems, which I think we often live in the space where we know there's a right answer that we are too selfish to fulfill or too short-sighted to fulfill. Like, so I know there are things I do every day that not only will other people as yet unborn wish I hadn't done, I might wake up tomorrow wishing I hadn't done those things, right? So like I'm a bad friend to my future self in some respect, to say nothing of the rest of humanity. So we can have failures we can have weakness of will, we can have failures that we can just be wrong about certain things, but it's nowhere written that it's easy to be a good person, right?
In that case, it's not even clear what good means.
Well,
No,
but I think,
it is clear. I'm saying
Bret,
even
I
in
think
those
I can
cases where
address
we
that.
know the answer, it might be hard to be motivated by that knowledge, and that because we're not a unity, right? I mean, part of what wisdom is morally is an ability to live integrated enough with your own, better self. The advice you would give to a friend. I mean, this just falls right out of your work as well. It's like live as though, but basically treat yourself the way you would treat. I think this is your line. So someone you're responsible for, or there's a friend of yours, right? If you can do that, you're already ahead of who most people are most of the time. But there's no reason to say that because it's difficult, or because sometimes we're looking through a glass darkly and can't figure out what the answer is, the answer doesn't exist, or there is no right one.